One of the most eagerly awaited new products of 2020 comes from the Portuguese company Innuos. As most of you know, Innuos have built a very solid reputation for producing some of the world's best streaming and ripping devices, and the latest technology from them was their statement piece, funnily enough called The Statement. And what we have here is effectively trickle-down technology from that actual device. So here we have the eagerly anticipated Innuos PhoenixUSB Reclocker. Now, effectively, you have got three devices in one here. You have a USB regenerator, you've got a linear power supply, and you've got a 24 megahertz master clock. Now, there's some really very clever design features that Innuos have implemented in this device. Firstly, the master clock itself has its own dedicated linear power supply, similar to the one that you find on the Innuos statement. The USB regenerator and the main board operate from a separate linear supply, therefore there is no crosstalk or interference taking place there. The other thing is the actual master clock itself, the track of it is only a couple of inches long to the main board, so you don't lose any stability by using external wiring or something else that could actually degrade the quality of what you have. So what does it do? Well, in essence, this will sit between your streaming device and your DAC. It will take the USB signal, it regenerates it, it then uses the master clock setting, which is at 24 megahertz, then sends out that reclocked signal directly to your DAC. Big question is, what does it sound like? In all honesty, absolutely incredible. It's not inexpensive, but it is something which, if you have an external streaming device and you run it straight to your DAC, then this is an opportunity for you to raise the performance bar of that device without having to change it. Now, you'll see a kind of a theme or a recurring theme with our videos this week. Yesterday we featured the Fiddleizer EtherStream, which is an audiophile grade network switch, which again is a great way to upgrade your current streaming device. Here we have another device you can add to that same streaming network. So if your goal is to raise the bar or the performance bar of the device that you already have, then upgrading the network switch and then upgrading the clocking and USB regeneration aspect of your streaming setup are certainly very worthy of consideration. One of the things that we will do with all of these is offer you a home trial. Now, Grant will bring up the details of the home trial, but it's a no-risk way for you to evaluate a product like this at home, and frankly, there is no other way to do it. Very quickly, I'll tell you what comes in the box. There's a mains lead, which you can't see because it's actually still in the box. We have an Innuos USB cable. So what you would have is this would sit between your existing streamer and the master clock, and then your existing USB cable that you previously had would then sit between the master clock device and your DAC. On the rear of the device, there's minimal connections. You have got USB in, USB out. It's a normal type A to B type connection, mains lead in, and then simply power on and off. The device itself aesthetically ties in with other Innuos devices, but you can use it with any existing streaming setup, as we have said, and it works effectively with every streaming device that we currently tested it with. So the USB connector, mains lead, which you can't see, and of course the Innuos PhoenixUSB Quick Start Guide. Very easy to set up. You'll be up and running literally in minutes of this device arriving. So what differences can you expect to hear? Well, the first thing that I noticed when we tested it with even a low-level streaming device was that very suddenly the soundstage came sharply into focus. Now, when you have your own setup and you listen to what it sounds like, very often it's difficult to try and imagine the difference and improvement might bring. But when you connect something like the Phoenix into the equation, suddenly you realize that this product can bring a significant and a dramatic change to what you previously thought was good. Bass extension, to me sounded more natural and more controlled. Rhythm and timing improved. Separation in the soundstage also improved, so there was a greater sense of layering using the same streaming track. It was from Qobuz, it was a high definition track, and we did numerous A/B comparisons with the Phoenix, without the Phoenix, backwards and forwards. Every time the Phoenix came into the equation, then it was very apparent that there was something incredibly dramatic taking place, and equally that was reflected in the emotional connection that you suddenly had with that sound you were hearing. So it's a highly recommended device from Elite Audio. As I said, we will give you a home trial, which would normally be based on a 30-day money-back guarantee. Grant will bring up the details of that for you now. If you'd like to discuss the Phoenix and how it will impact or how it can be used in your existing streaming setup, then please give us a call. Again, the number will be on screen along with our email address if you'd like to make an initial email inquiry, again, so that we can establish exactly its suitability with your own system. So the retail price is £2,249. If you consider that as the three separate elements of it, the USB regenerator, the master clock, and it has two statement level linear power supplies built in, it actually starts to represent really good value for money, because buying all these elements separately would take you well in excess of the £2,249 that you're paying for this. So I think Innuos have pulled a bit of a coup with this one. They've got the pricing absolutely right. Yes, it's not inexpensive, but good quality audio components never are. So as I said, if you want to hear what this sounds like for yourself, please give us a call, drop us an email. We'll give you a 30-day money-back guarantee so you can try it in your system and hear exactly what it does. Another quick thing, if you haven't done so already, please like our Facebook page. We encourage as much interaction on there as possible. Secondly, please sign up for a newsletter, because we have special offers, announcements, video links that you would not otherwise find anywhere else, particularly the newsletter exclusive special offers. Anyway, there we have it. The Innuos PhoenixUSB Reclocker, an amazing device, absolutely worthy of consideration in any existing streaming setup, and quite frankly, at the price point, it is really hard to beat, and you can find that out for yourself if you're willing to take up our home trial no risk option. Thank you for watching today, and we hope to speak to you very soon.